Welcome back everyone to a brand new vlog. This is vlog number 15 and the timing is a little bit off here, but this is the vlog before the Big Bear Ultra. I wanted to get this up so that you guys can see all the preparation that goes into the Ultra. We started off that last weekend with my brother-in-law's wedding. It was a very small family event. I did some running in LA while we were there and had a good time overall and ate a ton of food to celebrate my brother-in-law's wedding. Drove back to Phoenix on Sunday nights and we stopped for some Detroit-style pizza in LA, which actually was pretty good. The standards of pizza have gone up in LA. And then it was race week, so there was a lot of preparation to get done, and I take you through that in this vlog. So I'm here sitting on the couch planning out my race right now. There's a lot that goes into ultra running as far as planning, coordinating, nutrition, all that kind of stuff. So I'm making a big spreadsheet here that goes over that. So let me take you through a little bit of that. So I have this big spreadsheet here and it has most importantly the aid stations, the mileage to next aid station, and I think the most important thing is how long it takes to get to the next aid station, because based on the amount of time that you're going to be out there is kind of what you need to plan for. So basically, based on how long I'm going to be out there is how I'm planning my nutrition, my hydration, and all those different kinds of things. So I'm working on that right now. Later tonight, I'm going to meet with my brother and my wife who are helping kind of coordinate things so I don't have to think as much. We'll hopefully be able to meet me at some of these aid stations as crew to kind of talk about things and a plan, because once you get into an ultra, you're kind of just going, you're not able to think as much. You want to do all the work beforehand so that you don't have to think during the race, because you want to make sure that on race day, things are dialed into your plan based on how you've been training throughout the entire cycle. I'm also actively creating a checklist of everything that I need so that I don't miss anything as I get closer to the race. So I'm gonna make a checklist for everything right now and lay that all out on the ground so I can visually see it and make sure I'm not missing anything. And today's Tuesday. I'm doing all this now so that I have the entire rest of the week up until Friday morning when I leave for Big Bear to think about this and make sure I'm not missing anything. It's Tuesday night, I'm out walking Kyoko. This may be the promised land, the promised temperature that everyone keeps talking about when you move to Phoenix. It's 82-ish degrees right now and it feels pretty nice. It's honestly a little bit chilly at 82, and this weather I could get used to. Back at my desk, today's Wednesday, it's a half day. I'm giving a presentation to some medical students at one of my friends' medical schools as kind of like an introduction to PMR, what it's all about, those kinds of things, raise awareness, hopefully answer some questions for some curious medical students. Might be race week, but I still have stuff to do. I'm working on a journal club that I have to get done that I'm presenting in 2 weeks. And then also smashing carbohydrates because it's time for the carbohydrate load. I think I'm already like 300 grams in today. Got to up those numbers, so I have a smoothie going right now. My mother flew in town on Wednesday to come hang out, and so she could drive with us to Big Bear just so she could spend some more time with us and cook us a ton of food. Prepping here for bringing all my gear for this ultra marathon. You want to be 100% sure that you have everything that you need, checking the mandatory gear as well as in this race they're requiring the cold weather kit because it's gonna be a little bit colder. So you have to make sure you have all of that and everything else I might need. So I like to lay it out visually in front of me so I can see it all as you have there. And that way I can go through my checklist, see and visually check everything off. That way I don't forget anything. 2 days out from this ultra marathon, the biggest thing to do is carb load. So I actually started the carb load yesterday and today it's continuing on. I'm aiming for like 800-ish grams of carbohydrates today. So I've already had 2 packets of oatmeal. Now I've got some Pop-Tarts with me as well. It should be another 100 grams. I've got pasta for lunch. Just the carbs go on and on and on. I'll show you a little bit about how I'm filling those 800 grams of carbs. I ate a lot and I have not been more full in such a long time from just chronically eating. Carb loading is extremely difficult but very important. Done with work for the week. That means it's race time. I'm heading home, gonna finish up some notes and then get ready. Driving to Big Bear tomorrow morning. Got more carbs and snacks for the road. All right. Everything is now packed away. I got my 3 drop bags, which are already loaded. I got my running vest here, which has a bunch of stuff in it. That's all my clothes. That's the crew bag, which will have some supplies, medicine, and stuff like that. Charging up all my devices now, including this Insta360, which is in here, my Insta360 Go 3S, then my battery pack, and then eventually my watch and my headphones as well. Like I said, my mother made a ton of food, not only for us to eat during the week, but also for Big Bear, because we were having a family gathering with both sides of the family joining. All right, we are on the road, on the way to Big Bear. I got my mother here with me. We are starting the drive nice and early Friday morning. It's about 8:30 a.m. Tessa, unfortunately, still has work today, so she's going to be flying in later, kind of like last weekend if you watched the last vlog. But we're going to drive in, we're going to get to the Airbnb, check in, and then I'll take you to the expo. But We got coffee for the road. I got a banana cake for the road because I got to keep eating more carbs, and we'll see you in Big Bear. We arrived to Big Bear around 2 p.m. on Friday, and getting into the mountains, beautiful as always. I love being in the mountains, and so does Kyoko. As you can see, she was sticking her nose out. We arrived at just after the start of the 100 miler, so it was a little bit busy in town, but we got to our Airbnb nonetheless. In the Airbnb, let's show you around. This Airbnb was huge. There was 5 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. When have you ever heard of 8 bathrooms? And we got a large one because both families were getting together, all immediate families, so both my family, including my brother, as well as my wife's family, including her brother and his new wife. So we got a big Airbnb to accommodate everyone to all hang out, and it was really nice to have everyone around to support, as well as just kind of a family gathering so everyone could catch up because we don't get to see each other that often. If you followed previous vlogs, you know Kyoko loves exploring beds, and this was no different. Here in Big Bear, taking Kyoko for a walk so she can get some stretch her legs and pee. And then after this, I'm gonna go check in at the expo, go pick up my bib, and then do my drop bags, all that kind of stuff. And then I'll be set up for the race. Then it's just relax, keep eating, and tomorrow morning it's go time. This was my shakeout run and the last thing you'll see until the Big Bear vlog. Stay tuned.